Hey, today we're going to explore how to practice yoga twists in Vinyasa. So we're going to be looking at how we can really get the most out of twisting yoga postures while moving dynamically in a flow. While we're going along, I'll give you a few tips and pointers of things you can explore a little bit to really kind of understand the basic principles of twisting. So this video can be super helpful if you're a beginner or if you're just wanting to refine your yoga practice. So you can find your way to a cross-legged position. We're gonna, on the inhale, start to reach the arms high, and at the same time, see if you can really lengthen up through the spine. Now on the exhale, we're gonna drop our left hand to the right knee, right hand comes behind, and you're starting to twist to the right side. Inhale, come back through the middle, arms reach high, lengthening up. Exhaling, twisting to the left side. And we're just doing this a few times. We're using this as a little bit of a warm-up, so feel free to just keep each of these twists quite nice and light, not going to your maximum, but just getting a little bit of mobility here through the spine. And seeing every time that we come through the center, can you really lengthen up to give space for that twist? We'll do this one more time to each side. And then you're coming back through the middle. Again, you're lengthening up on the inhale. Now exhale, we're going to pause in the twist. So again, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind, turning to the right. And just noticing the position of your right hand. So you'll see if your right hand is a little bit more over to the right side of the mat, there's not much space here to twist with the shoulders and chest, which is the area we really want to create that mobility for the twist. So if you just adjust your right hand, bringing a little back, lengthen up on the inhale, and then exhale, you can start to twist, particularly drawing your right shoulder back. Slowly exhale, release. Reaching the arms again up on the inhale, and then exhale, we're going to twist to the left. Again, first finding that position. If you come on the fingertips of that left hand, it will give a bit more space versus on the palms. So that allows you to lengthen up a little bit higher through the lower back. To allow your left shoulder to draw back, you might also bring your right shoulder a little forward. So when I say forward, I mean towards your left knee. Yeah. Neck can be long, chin can be a little tucked here. And then slowly exhale, release. Coming back to the middle again and just taking a couple of shrugs here of the shoulders. We're going to come over now to the hands and knees, and we're going to do a twist here from the hands and knees. So you're going to thread your right arm through the left, dropping your right shoulder down here. So right shoulder, right side of the head is down. And if it's comfortable, left arm can reach forward. Now again, most of the twist is happening in the upper part of your torso. So your hips, lower back are relatively straight here. This feels quite intense. Left hand can be a little bit closer, maybe left arm bent. And then we're going to inhale, come back up to the hands and knees. And then we'll do the other side. So left arm comes through. You can bend the right elbow, drop the left shoulder down, left side of the head down. Could stay with the right arm bent or reach the right arm out in front. Staying here for a couple of slow, steady breaths. And then you can bend the right arm again. Inhale, come back up to your hands and knees. And from the hands and knees, we're going to come up to standing. Now we're going to come to a twist, a twisted chair pose, Parivritta Utkatasana. Feet can be together or slightly apart. We're sinking the hips down, bringing the hands together in front of the chest. And then on the exhale, you're turning to the right. Now you could stay here, so the left elbow is quite lifted. You've got space, but you're finding that rotation again from the chest here. If you wanted to drop a little lower, you could sink the hips more down and maybe drop your left elbow towards your right thigh. Palms are pressing, elbows are opening wide, so that helps open the chest while you're in the twist. And then come back through the center on the inhale, hips stay low. And then we're turning to the opposite side. So again, you could stay arms above the thighs, so a little bit higher up, more space. Or you could sink down a bit, press the hands together, elbows apart, turning to the left. And then coming back through the center, coming all the way up to standing and releasing the arms slowly back down again. So we're going to now step our feet wide for our wide-legged twist here. And this is a little bit more focused on twisting, also opening the shoulders. You're going to fold forward from the hips here and bring your left fingertips down under the left shoulder. If you want extra height, here you could either bend the knees so that you've got more space, or you could place the left hand on a block, and then you're turning here to the right. Right hand can stay on the hip, or right arm can lift up here. Again, same principle here, that we're lengthening through the spine, so that's kind of really helping us breathe in the twist. We're twisting particularly from the upper body, so we're finding that opening also through the chest, through the shoulders. And then exhaling, you can bring that right hand down. We'll come to the other side. So left hand comes to the left hip here, lifting a little up, lengthening. And then option if you like to reach up with the left arm. To keep the hips relatively square, although we're twisting to the left, try to avoid your right hip also drawing to the left, so hips stay in the middle. So that's kind of right hip drawing to the right, while your left arm reaches up here, torso turning to the left. Slowly then exhale, release. You can start to walk the hands back to the hips. Inhale slowly, coming up. And exhale, stepping the feet forward. And from here, we're going to come down to sitting. So you can have both legs out in front. We're going to bend the right knee and step the right foot over the left here. Versus sinking back, see if you can lengthen a little up, sit a little forward with the hips. Left arm wraps around the right knee. You could hold the knee just with the hand, or arm could wrap a little further. And then we're inhaling, lifting up with the right arm, lengthening again through the spine. Right hand comes behind. Similar position to the other seated posture. You're giving space here with the right fingertips and the positioning of that right hand to open into your twist. Staying here a couple of slow, steady breaths. So with every inhale, you can be really lengthening upwards through your spine. And then with the exhale, you might be exploring a little bit more twisting to the right. Staying here, one more breath. And then slowly exhale, release. You can extend the right leg, and we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So left knee bends, left foot steps over. We lean a little forward, right arm wraps around the left knee. Inhaling from here, lift up through the left arm. Exhaling, left arm comes back behind you. And you're turning to the left, opening through the chest here as you twist. So you can see a lot of these twists are also opening for the shoulder and the chest. If you're kind of sinking in the lower back, see with every inhale if you can keep lifting up a little taller. And then slowly exhale, releasing. Release the left leg and just take a moment to shake out through the legs. We're going to finish with a lying supine twist. So you can come to lie down on the back. Right knee hugs into the chest with the help of the hands. And then left hand guides the right knee over to the left. Right arm reaches out to the right here. So there's this feeling of dropping the back of the right shoulder, right arm a little down, while also bringing the right knee over to the left. If you like, you could also turn the head to the left, so that can feel quite nice, opening into the shoulder. Eyes could be closed here. And then we're slowly on the inhale, coming back through the center. And exhaling, releasing the right leg. Left knee comes into the chest with the help of the hands. Right hand draws that left knee over as the left arm comes out. Head again can turn to one side here. So in this twist, we've got quite a lot of space, so you can just be allowing the breath to be long, breath to be deep. Staying here, one more breath. And then you're slowly coming back through the center. Knees can hug into your chest. And then finally just come for a little rest in Savasana. So feet falling open, palms facing up here. Closing the eyes and letting the body be nice and heavy. Staying here one more minute. And then from here you can bend the knees, rolling over onto one side. And coming up to sitting again. So thanks for joining me through this short practice of different twists. Hopefully you saw some similar principles in the different postures that you can start to play around with and apply when you're practicing various twists in your Vinyasa practice. One of the things I think that's super important for twisting is really that focus on the breath. So twisting can be something where you have a tendency to hold the breath. So just watch out for that and really see if you can allow your breath to support you in guiding your body into the twist. For more details on practicing yoga at home, you can check out the free resource I've got. There's a link for that in the description of the video. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time. Bye.